Okay, good morning. What I want you to do today is practice around with some moments. You might have done an experiment at school with moments just to get that to balance, where if you put something in the wrong place it clumps down, and by working out the moment on each side you get it to balance. So I've got 5 newtons basically balancing 4 newtons because it's a bit further away. Now what I want you to do is practice that but a little bit more depth. So what I'm going to get you to do is instead find the mass of an unknown ruler. Okay, so we're going to take this metre rule, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang masses from one end, and the thing balancing it will be the weight of the ruler. Now we're going to assume that the weight is at the 50 centimetre mark, so always try and find the force that's hanging at 50 centimetres away, at the 50 centimetre mark, but the pivot is going to move. So I'm going to hang weights at one end. I'm going to put them 1 centimetre from the end. So the distance to the pivot, you need to subtract 1 centimetre. Okay, let's do the first one. So if we can put that on there, yeah, and I'm going to balance it on, and there we go, and we're going to move that so it's in focus, and if I get that balancing, then you can see it's around about, there we go, whatever you take the reading, I'm not going to tell you, but it's between 70 and 80 millimetres from the end. Okay, but don't forget you want the distance to the middle from the pivot and this weight to the pivot. Okay, so 50 centimetres to that point. So you're going to do a lot of subtraction. So that was with 700 grams. If I swap it to 600 grams, then the position will change. And so we'll take a new reading. That's not quite balancing, around about there. So 600 newtons, and that's balancing just off the table, that end. I'm going to swap it to 500 newtons. Sorry, 500 grams. And with all of these you can work out the force as mass times gravity. Let's take 9.81 to be gravity, and the mass needs to be in kilograms. So here we have basically half a kilogram, and that is balancing, a bit more difficult this one, a shade, let's say on my sharp edge, it's balancing there. Okay, so again take that reading for your 500 grams, 1.5 kilograms. We're going down to 0.4 kilograms to get that one balancing. I'm again going to need to shift it along a bit too far. That's still a little bit, no, it's just balancing there, so that's nice. Okay, so just over the 110 mark. And lastly, 0.3 kilograms, and that's much further along, so that's giving you a bit of a hint of roughly what the scale is. So that's nicely balanced at just under 140 mark. Okay, so subtract that distance, that reading for each one from 50, you get the distance to the middle, and on this side you've got whatever that distance is, take off 10 millimetres. Okay, good luck calculating the mass, and they should, if you do it for all of them, which I want you to, they should give you the same results. They probably won't, they'll be close but not quite the same. Add them up, divide by 5. Okay, and then you can see the variation, how far off. So have a think, which gave you the better results? When you had the little mass hanging on the end, or when you had the big mass? Okay, and that will give you a bit